Hello everyone, it's Michelle here at Makiki1988. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I have a little bit of a different review that I have not done before here, and that is to do a perfume review. As the seasons are changing and we're finally starting to get some glimpses of fall here, even in Texas, I am ready to transition my perfumes as well. I have actually finished out both of my summer perfumes, which was the Jo Malone Sakura Cherry Blossom and their Beach Blossom, which I absolutely loved. But I was looking for something a little bit more fall-esque, shall we say. So as I was exploring online on Sephora, I saw that a new brand had just dropped, and that is Allure. And Allure is actually a new clean fragrance brand that supposedly has some twists on traditional scents and it's maybe a little bit bolder and stronger scents. So I wanted to challenge myself to really try and get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Although I do have my signature fragrances, which are the Victor and Rolf fragrances. There's about 3 that I like there. I wanted to have something a little more seasonal, and I'm always trying to incorporate more clean brands in my day-to-day routine. And since Allure seemed to have some pretty strong, good initial reviews, I thought I would give them a chance. I believe there are 4 scents that launched at Sephora. After reading the notes and having kind of tested things out and figured out what I know that I like, I only purchased 3 of those 4 items. And since these items were bought with my own money, I was like, let me not be wasteful. If you want to go try that 4th scent out, please let me know what it's like, because I just don't like wasting money. But these are the 3 scents that I purchased. And they come in this beautiful sleek packaging where you have like the tube in a box within a sleeve. So the scents that I picked out are Sublimity, which is a sheer solar musk with the notes of warm skin, white flowers, coconut nectar, sandalwood, marine musk, and full sun. So there are some familiar notes in this one, but some things that I have never really leaned towards, or even tried, like marine musk and full sun. I don't know how they get that, but let's see. And then I don't typically go towards florals, but I do like a floral gourmand, I'm finding. So very excited to try that one. The second one is called Lovely and a Little Twisted. And this is a candied floral milk. It has rose macaroons, amber resin, pistachio milk, patchouli, and lucid dreams. And I was particularly interested in trying this one because I have been wanting to find a pistachio based perfume that I actually really liked. I do love this. I love pistachio. I like to eat it. I like to smell it. I like to taste it in various forms, whether it was rum or candy. And I've tried a few pistachio perfumes, but I feel like a lot of times they try to make them too sweet, where pistachio should be a little bit of a warmer, milder scent in my opinion. So I was very excited to try this one. I am also very familiar with amber resin and how that interacts with my body's chemistry, as well as patchouli. I don't know what lucid dreams are, but they sound great. The last of the 3 fragrances is Disfruta. And this one piqued my interest because it's described as a smoky, cocktailed citrus. And I do like some of those warm and spicy gourmands, which a citrus is still a gourmand because it's edible. The notes on this one are neroli, passion fruit pulp, agave nectar, ice melting down glass, and mezcal magic. So I'm only ever drinking mezcal. I've never bathed in it or sprayed it on myself, but I do love it. And I do love that little, I think the hint of spice comes from the mezcal. I do love neroli. I've tried that in a few perfumes. One of the Dior perfumes that I like is based with that. And then, passion fruit and agave, you can't go wrong. All right, so the first one is Sublimity. And again, this is the sheer solar musk, warm skin, white flowers, coconut, nectar, sandalwood, marine musk, and full sun. And typically what I do when I get a perfume, before I just spray it on my body, is I'll actually spray it somewhere on the box in a neutral area. So I can really smell what it smells like at the onset, and then with the dry down before I just put it on my body. So I'm gonna just spray it here on the box as you would if you were testing in the store. So immediately at the outset, you do smell the musk. You smell the coconut, but I would say the coconut is actually very nice and light, which I like that in this one because it reminds me of my summer scent, which was the Jo Malone Beach Blossom. And then there is something a little behind that I'm smelling. Maybe it's the flowers. It probably is the flowers because it's a little bit lighter. And so now it's drying down. It's very nice. This is a scent that I would wear on the daily. This is a scent that I would wear to work. And I would say this is just a general everyday scent. I love musk for that reason. And I feel like musk is one of those notes that personalizes very well with each person's different pheromones and body. So sublimity, I would definitely recommend an everyday, or if you're a person that doesn't like the scents that project a lot, you like your scents to be more personal and stay close to you, I would definitely recommend sublimity. All right, the next scent that we are going to try is Disfruta. And again, this is the smoky cocktailed citrus. So it comes in this warm, orangey brown. When I read the scent profile on this one, I was like, oh, that would be such a great date night perfume, or something when I want to be a little bit bold, which is probably almost every day. But, you know, I'm trying to differentiate between my different situations and occasions. So I'll just spray that here on the box. Okay, so Disfruta is very interesting because the first thing I smell is like that smoky, woody scent. Starting to get a little bit of the citrus, but the citrus is very light in this one, which is, I think, different for me, but I like that, where I typically would go for a perfume where the citrus is the most forward note. And the smoky calms down a little bit, but it's definitely still present. But I like that because this will be a good perfume to challenge me to just do something different. And I would definitely wear this in a situation like, again, a date, you know, an outing, a social event. And I would say this is a perfume that is a bit more projecting because that spicy, woody gourmand is definitely there. But it's a bold one, but it's a good one. It's warm, it's sweet, it's spicy. Disfruta. All right, last but certainly not least, we have a Lovely and a Little Twisted. This one, I think the name got me, but also the scent profile. And that is in this lovely kind of yellow-green bottle. And Lovely and a Little Twisted is a candied floral milk. So those are all things that I would go for in some way, shape, or form, but I've never had a perfume that was described like that in combination. And again, this is the Rose Macaroons, which who doesn't love a good macaroon? Amber Resin, Pistachio Milk, Patchouli, and Lucid Dreams. So let's go ahead and spray this one. And this one's good. This one is a little bit of a lighter scent. Definitely a day-to-day. You can pick out the pistachio, but it's not too much. You can pick out the candied macaroon, but it's not too much, where I feel like a lot of candied perfumes are overwhelmingly sweet and smell like something that I should instead be buying for my daughter, but this is a mature macaroon. You can smell a little bit of the amber resin behind that. The patchouli's there in the warmth and just a very light spice, but a much lighter spice than the last one, which was the Disfruta. And good, this is very good. This is one I would wear on a date. This is one I would wear to work. This is one I would wear anytime. And I think it has a mild projection, so it's not gonna be overwhelming. And if I wanted to just spice up and have a little bit more, I'd probably just spray a few more pulse points. So, lovely perfumes. And I was very surprised to see that I did, in fact, enjoy all three. So I don't have to go return any of them. I've got these 3 great travel size bottles, which as I go on a few work trips, I'll be able to just grab one and take it and have it be more than enough for my whole trip. I am interested to see, as I try these and I wear these over several days and occasions, to see which one I would be interested in buying a full-size bottle of. I typically then like to have the travel size that I only spray as I'm leaving, like when I'm out of the house. and then I keep a larger bottle. I want to say the larger bottle of these was maybe like 80 or 88, so it's a little bit better price than some of the other signature fragrances that I use. These are very interesting to me because yes, I can tell that it's a clean fragrance brand by the scents. Like, they're very clear, they're very clean, they don't smell synthetic, but I'm very surprised by how strong the scent profiles are without being overly projecting, minus the one Disfruta. I will tell you that of the 3 scents, the one that I actually sprayed and I'm wearing today, and I got these around 12:30 today, and I have not sprayed it back on. I washed my hands several times since then. I put lotion back on, and I can still smell that light personal scent. And so it has been actually probably about 6 hours. And so for me, a perfume that lasts more than 4 hours is good. Anything that projects or wears longer than 5 to 6 hours is excellent and definitely worth my money. I typically like to think about my perfume. I'd like it to last for my work day with maybe one refresher if I've maybe like left the house and feel like I perspired just a little bit, or if I was washing my hands a whole lot, or if I'm in like a social situation where I want to just make sure that I just get that light refresher to stay fresh as I'm on my feet and talking and moving a lot. But try the L'Or perfumes. If you already have tried them, let me know what you think about them, the pricing, the scent profiles, the projection. I'm very interested. This was a great blind purchase, and I'm glad I don't have to take anything back. But thank you for staying and watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.